Hello everyone and welcome to Jambalina's World. I have been creating nail content here on YouTube for the past couple years, and today I would like to share with you the trending fall nail polish colors for 2024. Everyone has an opinion piece this year about perfect fall manicures. I've compiled a full spectrum 20 color analysis palette for fall. I've taken inspiration from Vogue, Southern Living, Bustle, and many more. And the traditional and timeless fall colors are, of course, still just that. Very traditional, very timeless. Those warmer tones and deeper tones are still perfectly on trend for fall. However, this year we are seeing some really interesting pops of color for fall, ones we have never really seen before. But today we are going to jump into the 20 color palette wheel of fall polish picks. These are perfect tones for fall. The first color that we're seeing come into fall that was a little unexpected is eggshell white, or off-white, cream white, whites that are a little bit dirtier per se than a stark, normal, vivid white. So you can see the top of the cap, very stark, very vivid. Down here we've got a muted, more dusty white. This is a beautiful color that I will always recommend. This is honestly one of my favorite tones of white, and now we're safe to wear it past Labor Day. White nails have definitely had their day the past few years. It has been a very trendy thing to wear white nails. Now we're going to fall a little bit away from the starker nails, and we're going to go into dustier whites for fall. My top recommendation for a dusty white polish will always be Olive & June's Bunny Slope. This is an absolutely gorgeous formula. It is a 2-coat formula and it's a super buttery smooth one. I absolutely love this polish. It is halfway through this bottle because I just really love it. I use it quite a bit, and this is definitely my recommendation for that dusty eggshell white. Some of my all-time favorite tones for fall have to be the dusty Moody purples. I love a good dusty purple formula, and I have two perfect recommendations for you. First up, I have Daydream by LA Colors. This is such a pretty glossy formula, and this honestly built up really well in one coat. This was a one coat formula. So an absolutely great formula, and this is a little bit more muted and dusty than the next one. In the bottle, you can really see the tonal difference. But this second Moody Dusty Purple is Grounded by Revlon. This is the Ultra HD Snap line, which is also a one-coat formula line of nail polish that I absolutely love. So this was another one-coat formula. This is just a little bit deeper, a little less dusty, a little less on the brownish grayish side of purples. So this is the little bit deeper option for that dusty purple. Then we have Deep Rich Berry Purples. These are perfect tones for these raspberry, mulberry, cherry style colors. My recommendation would be Urban Night by China Glaze. I will say this is a very runny formula. It was only a 2-coat formula, so as far as buildup, it was really nice, but I would say this is a good contender color-wise. You may be able to find a better formula out there, but this would be my pick for that deep vampy purple. Along with mulberry and raspberry nails, dark cherry, dark burgundy nails are so popular right now over on TikTok. This would be my color choice if I had to pick one. This is Revlon's So Shady. This one also has a bit of a deep dustiness to it. It definitely has that vampy tone. Very, very berry-like. So pretty. So this would be my maroon pick. This was another one-coat formula. Next up, we have Apple Cider Nails, or Brick Red Manis. Brick Red is a perfect fall color. It is just really beautiful and dusty, and those dusty tones I feel like are just so perfect for fall. This one is by Orly. This is a 2-coat formula called In the Groove. I really like this tone. Again, a really dusty version of a brick red, and a really great formula on this as well. Next up, we have Vintage Plum, which is another beautiful dusty tone, or even mid-toned plum. So Vintage Plum is, again, more of a dusty, almost mauve kind of color, but it's a little bit deeper, a little more saturated, and some of them almost lean a little bit more towards the magenta side. So those vintage or mid-tone plums can be a perfect contender for fall. I have a Essie here. The one that I have by Essie here is called Not What It Seems, and seams spelled as in the clothing version of the word seams, not in the traditional sense of the word, but this is a absolutely gorgeous tone. Do you see how it kind of leans towards Grandma Pink or a little bit mauve-y? Really, really pretty. I love the way that looks, and I can just imagine this with like a gold accent. So gorgeous. But this one was a 2-coat formula, a really pretty one. Magenta is another not so typical fall color that we're going to be seeing a lot of this year. Absolutely love this color, and this is a Revlon Ultra HD Snap again. This one is in the shade Berry Blessed, which definitely goes along with all of the other berry themed fall trends this year in nail polish. This is another really beautiful formula, 1-coat formula from that Ultra HD Snap line. Absolutely love those. And again, the tone on this is just so rich, deep, saturated, lovely, very regal, so pretty. And of course, we can't have fall without an orange polish. So of course, I picked another Ultra HD Snap for that gorgeous formula. This one is called Hot Stuff, and this one does seem to be a little bit thinner of a formula. This one was one I bought secondhand. It may have been thinned. So this one I did have to build up in 2 coats, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous tone nonetheless. Those lighter browns, as well as those like peanut buttery tones, that mix of orange and brown, that kind of tone, those tones are gorgeous this time of year. Perfect to match those color changing leaves. So one of those peanut buttery colors is Sweeter Than Honey by Pretty Woman Nail Polish. This is a brand that I have grown to really love. I love this tone. It's definitely the perfect mix in between a brown and an orange, and this one does come in at 2 coats. I will go ahead and leave my link down below to get some money off your first purchase from Pretty Woman. This is, again, a gorgeous fall tone, and I believe this comes in the Fall Trio set. And for a more true brown tone, we have Nudie by LA Colors Color Craze. I absolutely love this tone of polish. Again, this one has more of a latte color. This is like a gingerbready look. It's not really deep. This one even has a little bit of a red flare undertone to it. So this is definitely a really interesting and fun one. And this one came in at 1 coat. This was a single coat formula and a budget brand too. So this was an excellent find. Another polish from the Fall Trio by Pretty Women is that beautiful mustardy yellow tone. This is the only one on this wheel of creams that has a slight little shimmer to it, but it is a perfect tone as far as a mustard yellow. This is a 2-coat formula and another really perfect autumnal color. We saw a lot of neutral range lines last year from China Glaze and other mainstream polish brands. However, we are having a major resurgence of light neutrals for fall this year. Think beige, neutral grayish, light gray, back to that off-white again, tans, browns, and even ballet pink. So I did throw a beigey one on here, specifically because it's another beautiful 1-coat formula. This one is LA Colors Vanilla Latte. This one has that slightly pink undertone. It's pretty much a perfect mannequin hand nail for my skin tone. It's kind of weird looking. Again, 1-coat formula though, so I had to mention this one. It might look a little weird on me, but if you're not ultra pink undertoned, this is gonna be gorgeous on you. Absolutely beautiful. I'm still gonna wear this polish. I don't care if it looks weird. It is also a perfect undercoat to use as a visible nail line blur. So this is definitely a great color to have in your collection. Again, 1-coat formula. The next tone, of course, I had to share was Ballet Pink. It is one of my very favorite tones, just a light, soft baby pink. This one is called Sheer Ecstasy by Sally Hansen in the Complete Salon Manicure formula. This is about 1/3 through the bottle, so I definitely like this color quite a bit. And this one is a 3-coat formula. I feel like it was more sheer and intended to be more of a sheer polish. As it's gotten older, it has thickened up, and this is kind of where we're at. So it is kind of more on here for the color than it is the formula, but it is a beautiful color. And I'm so glad to see these light baby pinks being accepted as a fall tone this year. Could we have made it to the end of the year without espresso nails? I think not. So I have the perfect espresso brown polish to share with you. This one is almost nearing black. It is so deep. It looks a little bit lighter and chocolatey in the bottle, but on the nail, it is so deep and dark. So this one is definitely perfect for that rich espresso nail look. This one is perfectly opaque in 2 coats, and this is by Linby Designs. I will also leave my link down below for the Linby Designs reward system where you can earn free polishes on her site. This polish is called A Beautiful Day, and again, the perfect espresso tone. This is a 2-coat formula, and it's absolutely buttery, smooth, and perfect. And if you're deep in the nail community, you already know it's Prugly season. So all of those pretty, ugly type of polishes, we're talking grungy, gross greens, olive, sage, you know, just those kinds of greens. So I did pull a perfect olive and sage tone, but if you're really looking for a ton of gross greens, I have the perfect series for you. I will leave those 2 videos down below for you. I have a compilation of all the gross greens in my collection, just a ton of perfect Pruglies for this season. The ones that I picked for this wheel would be Orly's Olive You Kelly, which is the perfect olive tone. It's a little bit grungy, it's a little bit dusty, but it's perfect. This is another 2-coat formula. And I also picked a Dusty Lush Sage type of green. This one is Olive and June's WKF, and this one happened to be a 1-coat formula. Could not believe it. It is a stunning color. I hadn't worn it in a while, totally forgot how good the formula was, but yeah, a 1-coat formula, oh my goodness. So I kind of touched on the fact that Dusty Blue, medium tone, Dusty Blue is being added to the fall polish pick list of the season, which, oh my gosh, so exciting. I just fell in love with that color. Teal, navy, and moody blues in general are having a resurgence this season. We're seeing a lot of really beautiful deep tones in the blue and green range, deep teals, phthalo green, really deep nautical navies, dusty blues, and even again that medium dusty tone blue. This is the perfect season for those off teals, navies, blues, and greens. My favorite teal polish, Daredevil by Revlon Ultra HD Snap, is definitely on this wheel. This is just the perfect 1-coat formula cream teal that I feel is the perfect mix of green and blue with that hint of dustiness. I just absolutely love this tone, and being a 1-coat formula, it's just such a dream. This is definitely one of my top recommendations. So gorgeous. And navy. I love navy polishes this time of year. This one is called Midnight Oasis by Orly, and this one is a 2-coat formula, a really buttery one, but I love the deepness of this. Like, it has that nautical navy look, like you could wear it during summer or end of summer, but it's got a moodiness, it's got a dustiness, it's got a deepness to it that just, I love this tone. I love navies, and really for fall, it's such a perfect tone, especially for back to school and things. And last but not least, we're talking mid-tone dusty blue. This one leans a little bit more periwinkle or baby blue looking on camera, but it is a little bit more deeper and purpley in real life. This one is a 1-coat formula, again from that Ultra HD Snap line. Just such a gorgeous buttery smooth formula with only 1 coat to opacity. So that would be my recommendation for that tone, an absolutely beautiful one. But those are the trending colors for 2024's fall season. Have you had any of these types of tones on your nails yet so far? I'm definitely super excited to jump into these. Some favorites would definitely be the Dusty Blue, the Vintage Plum, the Magenta, the Sage Green, and the Baby Pink. Those are all colors that I would typically think of for spring or spring to summer, yet I love dusty pastels that are typically made for spring. I love those in fall, and that has finally come around to be a trend, so I'm super excited about it. But these are my fall polish picks for trending fall colors of 2024. However, this year we are seeing some really interesting pops of color for fall, ones we have never really seen before. Things such as Barbie pink. We have had a Barbie pink year and could not get away from bringing in that beautiful tone into fall. So I'm not going to mention any of those here today because I have done a whole video on Barbie pinks, and I will leave that down in the description for you in case you'd like to check it out. Another color that has come in for fall that was kind of unexpected is cool tone dusty blue, as well as primary blues, cobalt, ultramarine. Think those deep dark royal blues, but not quite so dark that we're talking navy or typical fall colors, but a new take on a fall moody blue. I did recently also do a video on deep blues that I can leave down in the description, as well as shiny reds. Bright reds are having an appearance for fall, along with those bricky toned reds that give those fall spiced cider manis. We are now starting to see the more traditional red peek through for fall. So another video for you is the red polish comparison that I will also leave down in the description. But if you have any fall favorites or think I missed a color, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Fall has definitely become one of my favorite seasonal polish times of year, so I always love to hear all the best fall polishes. But that's it for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.